begin to have regular networking events and meetings. What better place to do it than the former home of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? We have members of our Muslim family who also have a father in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad from the Imams community who will be joining us. We're going to say a special prayer for Sister Basima Muhammad, who fell gravely ill on Monday, and she was in charge of the National Muslim Business Council under Imam Warithuddin. And so they have asked us to be instrumental in helping to create this unity of Black Muslim businesses. So it's time. I was telling Brother Arthur that Allah just kept telling me it's time, it's time, it's time. And when Sister Basima kept saying to me, she said, you gotta help me, sis, you gotta help me, we gotta bring the Muslim businesses together. And I kept saying, okay, yeah, we're gonna meet. And then when she went down, I said, look at this. So Allah is with us. We got the Cracked Adam statue on the outside. They're all holding briefcases that say mind of an entrepreneur. But on those briefcases at the top is an imprint of the fez of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And at the bottom is an imprint of the fez of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Because it's with that wisdom and that guidance that we will build these new business models and this new economic development that will help sustain us as we help the minister to help them establish Islam in the land. I want to welcome my brother and sister. Sister Aisha, could you please come out from behind the sycamore tree? This is Imam Tariq El-Amin and his lovely wife, Dr. Aisha El-Amin. Would you like to say a few words? We're just here talking about the unity of the Black Muslim businesses. I was sharing with them and how the dollar circulates in the Arab community 46 days. In the Jewish community, 19 days. In our community, 6 hours. And then I asked the question, how long does it circulate in the Black Muslim community? We got to do better. We got to do better.
Assalamu alaikum again. It's a pleasure to be amongst you all. What really comes to mind when we think about the future of and history of Black Muslim business in this country is not necessity. It's not even opportunity. It's really an issue of love.
Yes, yes.
And when we put love in its proper place, then we have what is considered to be the defining concept or presentation of what it is to be a Muslim. It says none of you truly believes until he or she wants for his brother or sister what they want for themselves.
Absolutely.
So our hard-earned dollars, they can't just be about us picking up the necessities of life. So when I say love, it really is about us investing and recognizing that the money that we spend, that it is it lifts up those that we spend it with, right? So it allows us to stay on level ground. So I'm thankful so much for your leadership. I'm thankful that we have like minds who are really understanding the deeper implications of us recognizing one another and doing business with one another, because it's also a model for our people.
Yes.
Right? That's what we're known for. And it's because we love us. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. We got the same father.
That's right.
Sister Aisha, did you want to say something?
Absolutely. First of all, I am honored to be amongst you. And I know that anything this sister right here is part of, I want some. Because she pours in her love and her expertise and her everything. And so I've been blessed, we have been blessed to share our history in a way that moves people that would have never known about who we are or where we come from. As we walk through here, and you poured, just the difference in what has happened in this space and how people feel in this space. You have poured that in. And so when we talk about our businesses, when we talk about the things that we do, this is an example of that. Everything that we do, regardless of what field we're in, regardless of what business, we put our all into it. And they feel that, right? And then they're connected to that history that we bring to the fore. So thank you for
Did
the
your mother
leadership.
work in this house by chance?
Yes, yes.
Look at that.
Yes, she did as a secretary.
Yes.
So
one of our goals is to lift the names of these many great sisters that oftentimes go unnoticed, who contributed mightily to the development of our nation. So we hope you all will enjoy the podcast that we're going to put together. So, Brother Jamil, I would like for you to say a few words, and then I'd like to do a prayer for Sister Basima with the National Muslim Business Council. Some of you who don't know her, a lot of you all may know David Hassan, who started the National Muslim Business Council. He passed in 2022, and she fell gravely ill on Monday. Literally just less than a week after telling me, look, we gotta get the Muslim businesses together. Literally.
Well, family, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I have to tell you how honored I am to be here, to have been invited to be in such an elevated circle of minds and personalities and experiences and intentions. I'm here, I think, because I'm a witness of the early stages of the development of this project with my sister, who had, at the time she undertook to develop this property, already established herself as a principal and key helper of Minister Farrakhan's in the effort to spread Islam in this city and around the country. But at the time that she undertook this effort, if you don't mind me saying,
Okay.
I'm sure it was overwhelming. I'm sure it was the kind of thing that made you wonder how you would be resourceful, creative, impactful, strong enough to get it done, but you never doubted. And because you didn't, here we stand tonight. The aim of the unity of Black Muslim business persons is a wording that is deceptively simple for an overwhelmingly powerful concept. Because we're not just mom and pop shops.
Come on.
As you heard Abbas Rasul say at Savior's Day 74. This nation that you say operates mom and pop shops. We'll show you what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is truly doing. Right? Remember? At Savior's Day 1974? But the aim of the Nation of Islam and the aim of Muslims under the leadership and guidance of those of us who are indigenous African American people from the soil of this country, we are not limited to just opening a few parlors, a few barbershops, a few beauty salons. Nothing wrong with it. But beyond that, we have to go and build the institutional change that will make a difference, and that's why you're so dangerous. Your unity is a weapon more powerful than a nuclear bomb. I remember once, and I'm going to tell this old story, and I promise I'll get off of it. At the old Midway Airport, before they built this nice new pretty one, I was walking through the airport one day, leaving that house next door on a Sunday about 10 in the morning to go preach a sermon in Cleveland, Ohio. And the minister had told me, you can't drive to Cleveland, it's 6 hours, you got to fly. Anything over 4 hours, you flying now. Because he thought I was driving too much. I'm going to the airport and a brother taps me. He says, Imam wants to see you. I look around, I don't see Imam Muhammad. He said, he's right around the corner. He brings me to him, and Imam, he had a habit. I'm just going to let y'all in. Every time he would see me, he would always pinch my cheeks like that. And so I'm, you know, he's Imam Muhammad. You know, what are you going to do? He's pinching your cheeks and getting them. And he said, Jamil, where are you going today, brother? And I said, I'm going to Cleveland. What's your subject? Now, any of you who are preachers, you know, don't nobody ask you about your subject. That's just, am I right about it? You don't be asking me my subject. But again, this is Imam Muhammad Muhammad. I told him my subject. He said, very well, very well. He said, add this from Surat al-Kahf, add this from Surat al-Qiyamah, I want you to put this in together, and then I want you to tell the believers in Cleveland that the minister and myself sent all our love. Wow. I pushed that plane to Cleveland. I got there, I did as the imam had instructed me, and I took the notes from the palace that the minister had given me. Don't cry, this is true.
This made me cry.
This is true. The unity of our experience is earth-shaking, groundbreaking, and it's about to be news-making. I'm saying to you that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and my big brother, Imam Warathudeen Muhammad, that random runaway pitch chicken he would say to us how much he loved us. And so when they tell you about disunity, throw that out the window. Because our unity will produce more in the way of sea change than ever before. Ain't nobody said it, but there's the 800-pound gorilla in the room tonight. We're in a new administration of political expression in America. That new administration and political expression is telling you do for self or suffer the consequences. We used to tell the story, Brother Minister Kareem, of how you would go apply for a job for the white man. And the white man would look at you with pity and say, didn't you read, and pull out, open his desk drawer and pull out a copy of Muhammad Speaks and pass it to you. Didn't you read it's time for you to go do something for yourself and stop begging us for a job? This means that we are doing something on that call. And that call, which is what we started, in the ways that we've started, the cities that we built, the towns that we built, the farmland that we bought, the endeavors that we're making. You are part of something way bigger than just Muslim business. I leave you with the words of the great French actor Charles Boyer. You know Charles Boyer, you remember him. He was in the romantic French pictures, and he would always grab the heroine and he would hold her and he would say, darling, give in. It is bigger than both of us. What I'm saying to you is that what we're doing tonight is bigger than both of us. It's something that's huge, and it's going to make a difference, and the difference is going to make our children's lives better. Imperialism, racism, white supremacy, capitalism, they are all crumbling on their feet of clay, and they're about to topple. And you're about to be what is remaining after the fact, and it is Islam. The economic system of Islam, as pronounced in Quran, in Hadith, in the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the example of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in the inspirational call to faith of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and Imam Warathudeen Muhammad. That's what you're about to see, whether you like it or not. It's about to be Muhammad's way or the highway. Yeah. It's going to be the right way or nothing at all.
That's right.
So I thank you for coming tonight. The edition. So this was the 75 edition. The jet for Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
He came to Philadelphia and they flew the plane out to Philadelphia International. Minister Jeremiah, Minister Carl from Wilmington, Minister Woodrow from Atlantic City. They came up to give the messenger money for the next jet plane.
That's amazing.
In 90 days, raised 1.15 million, the purchase price for the aircraft. Muhammad, a jet.
All right. Everybody say on three, Assalamu alaikum. I said on three.
I'm on 3, Elijah.
Okay, on three, Elijah. 1, 2, 3.
Elijah.
Beautiful.